What is up, guys? The Fury Warrior in 6.2. What the freaking hell is going on? Because so much has changed. So much. And I figured I'd do a rundown for you today. I've been on the PTR all morning, like checking stuff out and going apeshit, so I figured I'd let you know. First thing, soon as we hit 4-piece for our tier 18, you're going to want to drop Sudden Death and you're going to want to grab Furious Strikes because, oh my god, the 20 seconds reduced on cooldown on Recklessness, just OP. It's just OP. It's simple as that. And I've been tinkering with an idea, but you might have to wait to the end of the video to kind of see it. So, yeah, that's something to look forward to. So yeah, you know, 4-piece tier 18, drop Sudden Death, grab Furious Strikes. It's definitely a DPS increase as far as I can tell. Things might change though. This is just on PTR. Of course, my gear isn't perfect. It's kind of bodged together PvP and tier 18 and just, you know, whatever I could grab off of the big cows. So yeah, this word is not gospel. This is just what I found is best on PTR right now. Obviously, in live is going to be could be very different. Now, one thing I do know for sure, once we get our Archimon trinket, the one that increases our haste by a percentage, stacks up to 10 times, there's one thing that will definitely change. Our stat ratios are going to change to crit, haste, and then mastery. Haste is going to become very, very good when we have our Archimon trinket. Even at the moment on live, when I run Simcraft, my haste is coming up above my mastery because I've got so much mastery right now. It's actually getting into diminishing returns. So haste is becoming very, very good for us. And the reason it does that is because we'll be able to fit in a lot more Bloodthirst, which means we'll have more Enrage up. And eventually, I'm thinking when most of us are full heroic or full mythic geared, we'll probably just be using Berserker Rage on cooldown to get extra rage in order to spend more on not sudden death, in order to spend more on wild strikes, because we're never going to be not enraged. Right now on PTR, I have something like 35% crit unbuffed. So you add that up, that's 40%, and then, you know, it's kind of like we're never going to not be critting. You add that to the 40% standard from Bloodthirst, and it's like, yeah, it's, you know, again, crap gear, and I've got like 40% crit standard. It's like, So, Berserker Rage is probably just going to become an on-use button eventually, and, you know, not something we'll have to worry about. So, yeah, once we have the Archimon trinket, crit, haste, mastery, that's going to be our new stats. So, the one thing that's really very cool that I've been tinkering with is the Glyph of Recklessness. Now, everyone says DPS loss, and at the moment they are 100% correct. However, what I found, and I'll put a bit of video in the background, is that with the Glyph of Recklessness, it increases the time by 50% and reduces by 40% of the effectiveness. So technically, reduce 40%, increase 50% should be a DPS increase. However, because of the way we work right now, we're a big bursty, so that 10 seconds with extra is better. But the way the 4-piece is working and the way Furious Strikes works with it, you then couple that with anger management on top. If you take the Glyph of Recklessness, it is actually possible to have very close to 100% uptime on Recklessness, which is kind of silly. Now, again, I've got bad gear on this character. It's just, you know, you can probably see it in the background at some point. It's just the stuff I grabbed off of the cows. So I've got PvP weapons. I've got, you know, it's all just normal gear effectively. It's not very good stuff at all. You definitely be able to get much better off of on live. So yeah, it's a little bit weird. And what I found was that if I had good procs, of course, on your what they call blood surge procs, then that's even better because the 2-piece increases the crit chance by 50%. So, you know, then you're basically 100% guaranteed to reduce 20 seconds or even 40 seconds because you have 2 of them, obviously. So put the video in the background and you'll probably notice that I've got a big red bar, which is the cooldown. No, the big red bar is how long the buff is lasting, and the blue bar is the cooldown. So the blue bar can actually beat the cooldown, which means I can have 100% uptime and recklessness, which is a little bit silly. And of course, recklessness gives crit chance and crit damage. So I don't know if the glyph is better right now. It's possible. It is very possible. But we'll just have to see in live, to be honest. It's just something I've been tinkering with. I thought it was really fun. But yeah, it's something... A lot of this we're going to have to wait till live, and there's no going around that. It's like PTR's PTR. It's not particularly brilliant. So... wait for live, guys, but it might be something worth looking into. If you're not playing seriously, it might be something just for fun as well, you know. So, yeah, thank you very much, guys. I will see you next time.